Alright, so just to clarify about what this video is about and what I've been looking at on YouTube and everything. About 2 weeks ago I saw a video on why I hate religion but love Jesus. Overall, I do think it was a really good video. A lot of true things in it, but then again there were two or three things that kind of iffy on it. But I mean it was good. And then today I was looking at the related videos of it, and I stumbled across the Why I Hate Religion and Hate Jesus video, and it was posted by the Amazing Atheist Man. That's his YouTube name. And it kind of opened my eyes. Not to hating Jesus or atheism, but to loving Jesus and to witnessing and preaching even more. And I'm really glad God led me to that video. And he's kind of got me back in the mood for preaching and all that kind of stuff. And I just have some things that the Amazing Atheist Man said that if you did happen to watch that, then I say differently, that the Bible says differently, that Jesus says differently, and I don't want anyone to be turned away or led away from that video. I love the guy, love everyone, uh, wouldn't want anything bad to happen to anyone, but just doing what's right, what I think's right, and saying what's right. So one thing I'd like to start out with, I'm going to kind of jump around on topics because I'm not too sure where to start, or don't have the exact video memorized on what order he went on, the Amazing Atheist, but I do know some of the things he said. I'll start here. He made a remark about on Matthew chapter 10, verses 37 through 39. I'll just go ahead and read that. If you love your father or mother more than you love me, you are not worthy of being mine. Or if you love your son or daughter more than me, you are not worthy of being mine. If you refuse to take up your cross and follow me, you are not worthy of being mine. He was making a really big remark on it about how if Jesus was real and what he's meant to be, he wouldn't say anything like that, and that's just awful, that you shouldn't even love any of your family, you should just love Jesus with everything. That's not entirely true what this passage is saying. What it's saying is, well, first let me tell you the background, kind of. And I'm also going to read out of Luke to back this up. But when Jesus was going around preaching, doing Sermon on the Mount, all that stuff, in Galilee, in Nazareth, there were tons of people, hundreds of people following him like, all the time. And not just his 12 disciples. And he was kind of getting tired of it, not in the sense that they were listening to him, but that they weren't living out what he was saying, and that they were just being with him because that was the thing to do for their people was, oh look, it's Jesus, let's go be with him because everyone else is, or because they'll think I'm holy. Jesus kind of got tired of that. So, and there's two meanings to that passage I read, but one of them, like a historical reason, is he made that statement, that rash, harsh statement, so he would weave out the true believers and true followers from just the lukewarm ones or the ones going for popularity. And it worked. It definitely worked. That narrowed them down a whole lot more. But also, what it means is you can love your father and mother a lot, but if all your time is spent on them, that's basically idol worshiping, in a sense. Anything that you spend more time on than anything else is idol. That's your idol. Idol worshiping. So, essentially, in a biblical term, Christianity term, what Jesus meant by that was that, of course, love your mother and father, love your siblings, your kids, grandparents, love everyone, everyone on earth. Love me, love Jesus too, love Jesus. But what he meant was just don't get carried away with it. That's what he meant to say that. And he also, like I said, was weaving out the crowd. But that's what he meant by that. He wasn't saying don't love them. He was just saying don't get carried away with it. Don't make it into an idol, or just don't ignore me by it. But you can love both Jesus and them. That's basically that. And I just like to share some things that I've thought of, that just to kind of prove that there is a God. And I know for a lot of people that's an opinion, but for me it's really not an opinion. No, nothing really bad has ever happened in my life, but I mean, now that I look back, I was gonna go to hell. I know I was, and just a lot of other people's stories too. There was this at our church. There's this little girl. Her name was Kinsley. Well, she didn't go to our church, but her grandmother did. Her name was Kinley, and she was, I think, 8 months old, somewhere in there. Somewhere in there. I'm not sure. She was really young though, but she could say a few words. She could walk. But anyways, they found her in a pool face down. Rushed her to the emergency room. She wasn't responding. She'd been in there for about 5, 6, 7 minutes, and without oxygen. And you're dead. After that, you're dead. There's no hope in the medical world or the real world. But now as I speak, she is completely responding to everything. She's actually back home just after about 3 weeks. That's how quick it was. But doctor said there was really no hope when they first had her the first day or two. Then it slowly kind of got better. And it was like, well, she's going to have severe brain damage. She had a clot in her upper leg. They thought they were going to have to amputate it. Clot slowly started moving down. I can't remember the exact date, but it was before Christmas. And at 8:30, everyone that knew about it, there's a big memo sent out. Everyone that knew about it was supposed to say just a little quick prayer at 8:30 for Kinley. At 8:32 in the hospital, non-responsive, just 5 or 6 days after this happened, still in a really bad shape, not recovered yet, a smile came across her face right after everyone was supposed to pray. And I think that's amazing right there, and I think that's a sign. Immediately after that, things took a drastic turn for good. The clot in her leg that I told you about started to quickly move down, kept moving down. She slowly, but at the same time kind of quickly, started to talk, say a few words. She was even gotten to where she would get out of bed and walk around towards the later stages right before she left. And the doctors thought she wouldn't even walk. And this was all after that prayer. And I just think it amazes me that how something like that in the medical world, and I mean medical world's true, they're right, but they said she wouldn't live, and she shouldn't have lived. She should be dead right now. But God didn't let that happen. God had a plan for her, and still does have a plan for her. And God has a plan for everyone. In Jeremiah, the book of Jeremiah in the Bible, it says, "For I have plans for you to prosper." It's pretty good. I love that verse right there. But plans to prosper, good plans in the future. He has a plan for all of us. Whether you are the amazing atheist man, or you are that agnostic that doesn't talk to anyone, or you are the gothic kid, or you are the minority, or you are the Muslim, or you are the Christian. He has a plan for you, for everyone on this earth. He created you. And the main thing, and the most important thing is, He sent His Son to die for you. He did. And it says we all deserve a death like that in hell. And the amazing atheist man begs to differ in. He says he doesn't know anyone who would deserve such a punishment. I know I did, and still do deserve such a punishment. But not with Jesus. But anyways, yes, we do deserve such a punishment. And God made us, and we were sinless in the beginning. At the beginning of time, when Adam and Eve were made. God made us. He didn't have to make us. He was perfect. He was fine without us. He doesn't need us. He wasn't lonely. He was perfect. God didn't have to make us. He wanted to make us. And He saw what good it would bring in the future. And it would complete His word and just everything. It all comes back together. But anyways, God made us. He thought about us. And then we sinned. Adam and Eve ate the fruit, went against what God personally, face to face, they heard His voice, told them, and they ate it. And if you really look and you really think about it and really take it into consideration, that act right there deserves hell. And before Jesus came, the Jews, before there were Christians, they had to make daily, weekly sacrifices for their sins. So if they happened to die and they did all the sacrificing, then they wouldn't go to hell, because they deserved it. But God sent His Son, His only Son, born of a virgin, miracle in itself, with His organs basically exposed, hanging out of Him when He was on the cross, beaten, stabbed, up there for hours, thirsty. He sent Him as the ultimate sacrifice. And if you accept Him, you'll be saved. And salvation is the greatest thing in existence. It's an act of love and compassion. And one other thing that I saw in the video that he posted criticizing Why I Hate Religion But Love Jesus video, when he was also saying that Jesus didn't come to make peace on earth. And it says here in Matthew 10:35, I've come to set a man against his father, a daughter against his mother, and a daughter-in-law against his mother-in-law. Your enemies will be right in your own household. What that means, and what he means by that, you gotta kind of take Revelation into consideration on that. But I'm not going to get into that. I will later on another video. But this earth is sin. God and sin don't match. God is perfect, peace, love, happiness. And if this earth is sin, I've been thinking about this, if this earth is sin, then will there ever be peace on earth before Jesus comes back? I don't know. But something to think about. But I mean, there's a whole lot more to talk about. And I just think it's a great blessing that I've got to talk about this little bit. I'll definitely be putting more videos. This was my first video if it's kind of bad or iffy, but love you all out there, and I really appreciate you watching this, and just accept Jesus as your Savior. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Thank you.